Hey guys, Everything Apple Pro here, and in the last week there's been a lot of information about Apple, mostly the iPhone 7, a little bit about their future and MacBooks in general, so I wanted to talk to you guys about that. It's primarily interesting to me because in just a couple of weeks we're going to know about Apple's direction, where they're going to be going with iOS, where they're going to be going with their MacBooks and Mac lineup in general. So we're at a very interesting point right now where nobody really concretely knows what Apple will be doing because they're just doing something completely different. And that starts with the new iPhone 7. So there's been a new report from a Japanese magazine, Nikkei, I think it's pronounced. So what they're saying is that Apple will be indeed ditching the TikTok cycle. So basically Apple releases an iPhone, it goes to an S upgrade, and then it's canceled and a new design is out. Well, now Apple will be axing that, and pretty much they're going to be replacing it with a 3-year cycle. And that's something we've certainly already seen and heard with the iPhone 7, the iPhone 6, then 6S, and then iPhone 7 are all going to be pretty much looking the same. Now you have to wonder why Apple will be doing this. I mean, it's worked for them well in the past with the S upgrades, but a lot has to do with the last upgrade with the 6S. It was a huge downward spiral in sales. Not that bad. They still made a ton of money on it, but Apple just doesn't have the innovation to go ahead and release, a huge upgrade every third year. So now they're going to be sticking with the same design and just updating it pretty much internally. So that means, of course, the 2017 iPhone, whether it will be called the iPhone 8 or whatever it will be the huge first step in that 3-year cycle. After that, we'll pretty much see every iPhone in that design. And that's pretty much according to this magazine. Now, who else has done this? I mean, Apple's even done this before with the iPhone 5, 5S, and now the SE. That seems to have worked out for them well. HTC with their M8, M9, and 10, pretty much the same formula. However, not too well for them. It's not working very good. So I certainly see why Apple would do this, just because there's not enough innovation. The company actually said themselves in a quote, "The move is largely due to smartphone functions having little room left for major enhancements. A slowing market is another factor." So just like that, we've reached a point, pretty much the same point reached by computers, laptops, where innovation is going to be becoming very, very slow. Intel even recognized this with their processors going from the TikTok cycle to a 3-step cycle as well. I mean, it's slightly relatable, but yeah, it's kind of sad that we're going to be having the same iPhone design for so long, but it's just where everybody's going. Now, slightly unrelated, but I'm very curious to see where Samsung will go with their smartphones. So I know that they as a company listen to their consumers and they actually put as much tech, as much innovation into every version of their phone that they release as possible. That's crazy because we've reached that point where it's hard to do that. So where Samsung will go with their phones, I'm very curious to see. Are they going to follow the same cycle as Apple with a 3-year thing, or are they going to keep doing their own thing? Now, just the other week, we all heard that Apple might be shipping the iPhone 7 with 16 gigabytes of base storage. Truly ridiculous. This came via a leak of some chip modules for the storage. Now, there's a new report coming from TrendForce, a research analyst, and what they're saying is basically Apple will start at 32 gigabytes of base storage for the iPhone 7. That's something certainly that every other manufacturer has done. Apple would be catching up with that, and it's just a logical choice to do, but it's unknown what the next step would be, 64 or 128 gigabytes, but they are saying that 256 gigabytes will be the top tier package. So in between, who knows, but it is likely to be 128 gigabytes, just following the same formula from the last iPhone. So basically the first step, 16 or 32, then it quadruples. So from 16 to 64, from 32 to 128, and then it doubles from there, 128 to 256 and 64 to 128. Basically, a formula in the last 6S could make these storage options likely on the iPhone 7. And to join the pile, there's another shell leak. So this time a rose gold iPhone 7 shell, possibly a defect because there's a lot of defects on it. There's a crumple on the bottom left, on the bottom right. Who knows what the heck that is? It's possibly a very early shell or prototype of the iPhone 7. There's no Apple logo cut out or labels or anything like that, but antenna bands do follow the basic principles from the other concepts and the leaks, so this very well may be the first rose gold shell. Now we've got a really cool look at how the iPhone 7 may possibly deal with older legacy headphones. By that I mean 3.5mm jacks. So there's an adapter, 2 adapter prototypes of the upcoming lightning to headphone adapter for the iPhone 7. These were made by Chinese manufacturers of accessories, and whether or not these will actually be real products, who knows, but they are prototypes at the moment. So pretty much going from lightning to a headphone adapter with an additional lightning slot to charge charge your iPhone simultaneously. Pretty cool solution. Not very Apple-like. I'm hoping Apple comes up with something better, but it's cool to see how it could possibly work. Also, there are Lightning headphones that's somewhat of a cheap quality, shown in an image as well. Who knows what that's about, but a really cool solution for the Lightning to headphone adapter. And lastly, no matter how disappointed you are in the iPhone 7 features, a BMO analyst is claiming that Apple will actually blow sales out of the water with the iPhone 7 this year, just because 25% of current iPhone users are due for an upgrade. And these people are definitely going to go for the iPhone 7. They've been waiting, possibly even skip the iPhone 6s to get it. So whether or not the features are disappointing, it's not what you expected. This thing will still sell like hotcakes regardless of what you think of it, just because people are already primed to buy it. And very lastly, the iPhone coming in 2017. So Kevin Wang, an IHS analyst, has basically said it will indeed come with a curved display that'll wrap around on both edges. We've seen it on the Galaxy S6, S7, and now on the iPhone coming in 2017. Apple already has patents for this, so it's certainly not a dream. It will be happening. How soon is the question, but this guy's saying 2017. So guys, there it is. Latest on the iPhone. There's a lot of good stuff about the MacBooks. Apple Cinema Display might be coming as well. The new MacBook Pro will be awesome. However, a slightly distinct lack of ports in the leaked images. So just wanted to catch up with you guys on this. The iPhone is very exciting. I love talking about it. And these rumors keep changing. It's really hard to get a grasp on what exactly it will be, but overall the design seems to have been nailed down at least. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Stay tuned for the next update. Peace.